Hello everybody, this is Tornite again, your host for this opening segment of games that we got going on here at Speedromizer 6, benefiting QMUNITY. We are ready to roll with our Sonic block, starting off with Sonic Frontiers being ran by TM. So TM, best of luck, have fun, and gotta go fast.
All right. So on Speedromizer, I think we're going to start it off right away. And we start off with, we have two main movement options as Sonic. We have the spin dash and we have the power boosts.
Yeah, I believe the spin dash is slightly faster, but I've actually never even checked. It just feels slightly faster to me.
It is slightly faster. Would you mind explaining the home and cancel as that's our main movement opportunity?
Yeah, so one of Sonic's main moves is the homing attack, which is Sonic homes in onto an enemy to destroy it. But there's a glitch in this game to where if you boost just after you attack the enemy, well, just slightly before it hits the enemy, Sonic will launch off into a direction and keep the speed from the homing attack. That's something that we call the homing cancel, or a lot of runners like to call it the griddy. It's the main tech in this game, and the game would not be nearly as much fun without it. So this level is 1-2, the infamous 1-2. A lot of casual players really struggle to get the S rank on it because it's quite tight if you don't know what you're doing. Once you know what you're doing, it's actually quite easy. You just need to take the bottom route and use a bunch of homing attacks. Well, not homing attacks, homing dashes. I'm not very good at commentary, so sorry if there's a bunch of long pauses.
So 1-3 is a pretty standard level. It's just one small homing cancel we're going to do right there on the spring. Other than that, we're just going right to left. The levels have a pretty varied mix of both 2D and 3D levels. This is our first full 2D level.
Yeah, unlike previous Sonic games, there's no 2D and 3D switching between levels. Every level is either fully 2D or fully 3D. And if any of these levels look familiar, that's because the level design was actually reused from previous Sonic games because they didn't want to put too much time into making cyberspace. They wanted to focus on the open zone. So right now, what you're seeing is actually Green Hill Act 2 from Sonic Generations.
So 1-5 is our first major skip. We're gonna jump across to a big part of the level to save about 10-15 seconds. And we're gonna see that short coming up here.
1-5 is another one from Generations as well. It's Chemical Plant Act 2. This level has terrible music but a really fun gameplay.
You saw I skipped over half the level there. It's a pretty precise landing.
Yeah, but it's really fun to do as well.
So I just want to step in and remind folks, if you'd like to donate to QMUNITY, you can visit our Tiltify campaign at speedromizer.live/donate. You can also find the donate link below the stream and in chat by typing !donate. All of your donations are sent directly to QMUNITY.
One thing that's funny about this is that even though I'm the teacher, TM has actually already beaten my best time in Cyberspace Challenge. And by quite a bit as well. He's gotten really good at this.
I put a good amount of time into trying to get better at it. But
yeah,
the next level has another major skip, and then we can finally talk about the deceleration mechanic during big boosts.
Oh yeah, so in an update for the game, the devs actually added a slider for jump deceleration, and if you put it onto 0 and just hold the jump button, Sonic will maintain all his momentum as you fly through the air, as you can see right now. And it means that you can just do massive skips like that. It's really fun to abuse, and I'm really glad they added it. The jump deceleration in the base game, without the slider, was awful, and I'm glad they changed it in an update.
One more coin cancel there. Try to jump onto this rail.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking notes on some of these speed straps because I did not know that update included that really nice little thing to make some of these skips.
It's one of the various physics sliders that the game has.
Yeah, the game is full of physics sliders, although most of them don't affect cyberspace. A lot of speed tech was actually added in the updates as well, because as you can see on the end result screen, there's that pie chart, and that pie chart shows you things that have been added in the updates that you've used in that level. Like the white bit is the homing dash, which is the only thing that wasn't added. The red one is spin dash, blue one power boost. I forget which ones the other ones were at this moment, but they're all stuff that was added in updates. One of them was jump deceleration, and one of them was maintain boost during jump. I can't remember which one's which now. I think the purple one is maintain boost. Ray in the chat has clarified it. Yellow is physics sliders, purple is maintain boost.
Since spin dash is slightly faster than power boost, I do try to spin dash when I can, just to squeak out those extra frames. Especially on those loops, it's just a straight ground that you can spin dash on.
One thing that's really strange about the power boost is that using power boost in 2D levels is actually no faster at all than a regular boost. They're exactly the same speed in 2D. Thankfully, that's not the case for the spin dash.
You'll see little maneuvers like that to try and skip loops, because if you can kind of get around that corner, you don't have to go all the way around.
Yeah, thankfully in most of the levels in this game, the splines that keep Sonic to the loops aren't that strict, so it's quite easy to skip them. In other Sonic games, it can be quite difficult to skip loops as well, because they just suck you into them, but thankfully most of these don't.
This is a level I've had a lot of trouble with trying to get down. Do a homing dash, and I'm going to do an uphill jump on that rail there. So the way that jumps work on slopes is that if you're jumping uphill on a slope, you jump higher and have less horizontal speed, and vice versa if you're jumping downhill. So we can try and manipulate that to get the right trajectory for what we want to do.
Yeah. It also works just launching off the ramp with a spin dash, because that gives you a ton of height as well.
Yeah, another of the nuances of using spin dash versus power boost. The power boost will stick to a surface, while spin dash will not. So you can just go... Oops. First,
Yeah, it's good to use one or the other in certain situations. This is another level that we can skip a significant chunk of with the jump deceleration slider as well, since there's just a lot of open space and it's kind of downhill as well.
So I'm going to cancel off that spring and then just not accelerate.
Yeah. As you can see, we just fly over the rails, completely ignoring them.
I'm going to do one more boost and cancel right here. Oh, I missed it. Shoot. That's fine.
This level can be quite hard to get consistently down, so it's understandable that it can be difficult to get it going.
Try this one more time. The camera kind of assumes you're going to be in places where they're not, so it kind of just goes all over the place at that level. It's kind of hard to work around.
Yeah. The camera is really weird in this level.
I believe this is a Sky Sanctuary level, right?
Yeah, this is based on Sky Sanctuary Act 1 from Generations. It's like a significant portion of these are just straight up lifted from Generations Unleashed or Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic can go straight, jump, ground pound on the ground by pressing B, and if you are still holding B when you hit the ground, you get a big height boost higher than a normal jump would give you. So that's what I use to get up those larger stairs quickly.
Yeah, the stomp jump can be useful in quite a few areas of this. I use it a lot as well in some stages. This is a stage that I've played quite a lot because it's one of the ones that's played in any percent. Although in any percent you have to get all of the red rings and get enough rings and stuff. Here you just have to complete the level.
Coming up with one of the hardest jumps in my learning process here. I'm going to try and run off this and cancel off the B there.
Yeah, that is a very hard jump. It can be a lot easier once you know how to do it, but it's definitely hard to learn. Here's one of the best stages in the game, in my opinion. It's got the only 3D and 2D in the entire game, and it's quite fun to just get the entire level with it.
And of course we're gonna abuse the hell out of it.
Yeah, 3D and 2D is a tech that's mostly found in Sonic Colors. There you go, you can see the 3D and 2D there. And it's where you get 3D movement in a 2D plane.
So I walk off the back of the level, cancel off spring in the background, and then kind of just skip to the end.
Yeah. It's conveniently placed so you can just launch right into it. Pardon me.
This is a level I really have to be aware of the differences between boosting and spin dashing, because you can get launched by spin dashes in places you don't really want to be.
Yeah, this is, in my opinion, one of the most fun cyberspace stages.
Personally, I can attest to the fact that if you boost kind of at the wrong time, it's gonna launch you off the stage Source, me, who had to replay the stage like 100 times casually.
Yeah, I personally find that if that happens, I just find the stage way more fun because the threat of that always happening is there. I just find it really fun to try and beat stages like that. There's another one just like that coming up, 3-6, and that's one of my other favorite stages as well.
3-6 is great. I like 3-6 a lot.
Yeah, 3-6 Enjoy This World, one of the best stages in the entire game in my opinion.
After a little bit of difficulty, we just get up this big tower and go to the end.
On contrast, this is one of my least favorite levels in the entire game.
Yeah, this is the slowest level, so if you want to plug something here, then now's the time.
Oh, do I have something to plug? We have a $25 donation from Ross Nelson. No comment, but we appreciate the donation nonetheless, because that donation went towards the Disney Pixar Brave Choose the Outfit poll that we got going on. That $25 went to the gown option, meaning it's a tie. It's a tie between the gown and the guard outfit. So if you want to be the one to break that tie, all you gotta do is type in !donate in the chat. It'll take you to our Tiltify page. And if you want to be the one to decide what outfit the runner will have to wear for Disney Pixar Brave, all you gotta do is when you make that donation, make sure to select the option that you want the donation to be given towards to.
Right. Thanks for that. Now,
Time for funny drifting stage.
Yeah, so this panel has drift boosts. And I'm actually going to do this one just to show off what it is. So you can drift like that. Unfortunately, that's extremely slow, so we're going to try and skip as many of them as we can.
Yeah, it's funny that a lot of people casually don't realize that you can just jump over them, and it's significantly faster to do so.
Also worth noting in this stage that going on a red boost panel will actually turn your spin dash into a normal boost. It's kind of hard to get that. Oh, shoot. So your spin dash will turn into a normal boost on a red panel. So you kind of have to be aware of what you're using. And if there's anything up ahead on the level, I don't know what's going on here.
This is like one of the few stages to where having the jump deceleration on 0 can actually cause you trouble because you just jump off the edge when you don't want to. Now on to best level in the game, 3-6. This also has one of my favourite songs in the game as well. This level is really hard, but really fun. It's also incredibly unforgiving if you jump off. You'll most likely start from the beginning of the level because we skip all the checkpoints.
Hello? What do I even do here? Sure, whatever.
And a bit of a reminder as to what Speedromizer is, in case you are tuning in for the first time. Speedromizer is a charity marathon with a twist. What you submit is not what you run. Accepted runners are randomly assigned a game from someone else and have 90 days to learn their respective game. If that sounds like an awesome concept to you, make sure to join our Discord at speedromizer.live/discord.
So we're coming up to 1.37 now. And
Well,
this
I
is
like
also
this level a
really
lot.
good
I
fun.
think this level's really, really cool. What you get to do.
Yeah, I do as well. This level is based on the 2D sections from Chemical Plant Act 2 in Generations. And I think it's fun how they didn't include any of the water.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is going to be missing the water from Chemical Plants.
In the original level, you can actually skip all the water if you play well enough, but in this version, you don't have to worry about that. In fact, none of the cyberspace stages have water in them. We're on to the stages from Orinos now, and a lot of these are actually original, not based on previous levels. 4.1 is one of the few that actually is. It's based on Metal Harbor from Sonic Adventure 2, and it's like one of the few that in Orinos that's based on a previous level.
Is this the only level with a cannon? It's just a weird mechanic.
I'm actually questioning that now. Are there cannons in other levels? I'm pretty sure there is. We're going on to 4.2 now, and fun fact, when they first revealed cyberspace in the Nintendo Direct, this is the level that they showed off. And I think that it's a good one that they showed off first, because I think it's one of the coolest looking in the game.
Not hard to see why, yeah.
I mean, that jump at the start of the level, it just looks really cool.
Oh, I missed the... Shoot, okay. Well, we're imperfect now, boys.
Fortunately, playing this stage isn't quite as fun as the visuals of it. I think that this level's not. It's just really linear and just boosting.
That's not the road it's supposed to take, but it worked out.
Yeah. Four 3 is a cool stage as well. It's one of the ones we do, or at least we used to do in any percent. I'm actually not caught up on the any percent route. I'm not sure if it's still done.
This is one of my favorite levels.
Yeah, it is a really fun level. Although my favourite level in the game is probably 4.4, which is right after this.
Really?
Yeah, I can't explain it, I just really like 4.4. Ray says 4.3 is still an any percent route.
I believe that 4.3 is the only level where you have to kill enemies to spawn the goal. I think
It is, yeah. Well, there's one DLC level that does that, but you won't be seeing that today.
I hope you guys don't mind me stepping in, but we do have a few updates on a couple of polls after a couple of donations that we just got. If you don't mind me taking a quick second to
Go ahead.
announce. All right, so we have several donations from George, a $1 donation that is going to go towards the gown option for Disney Pixar Brave, choosing the outfit. So it has now broken the tie. Gown has that $26 versus Guard, which is at $25. We also have a $6 donation from George that went towards the final A Elrond stage for Toho Imperishable Night, which means it now has taken the lead over Final B. So it's $1 lead. So maybe if you want to see the Final B Kaguya stage, well, you only gotta donate a couple of bucks in order to have it take the lead once more. And lastly, $3 towards the Hard No Bomb category. Not quite in the lead yet. That's still Lunatic 1cc at $25, but only $22 separate between the two categories. So if any of those options sound good, don't forget to hit exclamation point or type in exclamation point donate in the chat. That'll take you to our Tiltify page. And if you want to make a donation towards any of those polls, more than welcome to. You decide what some of these runs will do later on in Speedromizer 6.
The interesting thing about 4.4 as well is that for the longest time it was actually the only cyberspace level to where the IL world record was actually over a minute, until it was eventually beaten by Todo. I'm not sure if that's still the case since there are DLC levels, but I'm not sure if all of those are less than a minute now. I haven't looked in a while.
This level heavily abuses the deceleration update. Whenever we jump like this, you'll see me go into ball form like that so I can keep at higher speed.
Yeah, this is one of the stages to where it is really useful to have that deceleration slider on 0.
It's probably my least favorite level of the game. It's very difficult for me.
4.6 is an interesting one, as for some reason, if you go through some of the loops with power boost, it's actually slightly slower than going through with just a regular boost. I have no idea why, it sets your speed lower for some reason. I mean, it doesn't really matter enough to switch every time, but it is something that's a bit weird.
Yeah, since we're doing real time, I'm just gonna go through it normally.
I mean, if you're doing it if you're not on a marathon, then you'd probably just turn off power boost for this level.
Yeah. These loops right here, you go so super more slowly if you have power boost on for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's really weird. I have no idea why that's the case. This is another one of the more fun stages. It's one of the ones to where it's actually really hard to skip the loop at the start. And most of the time, skipping loops is easy, but that's one of the few that's not, as it just sucks you in.
I PB'd yesterday, and I managed to die twice in this level, so I had a little bit of a grudge to unpack.
Let's see if you can overcome that grudge.
1, 2, up.
Level is pretty stupid. Now, 4.8, it's another one that's done in any percent. I really don't like 4A. It's one of my least favorites in the whole game.
It's barely even a level, to be honest.
Yeah, even casually, it's only like 20 seconds long. It is really fast, though.
That
so
is the one jump that requires any level of skill.
And 4-9 is the final level in Cyberspace Challenge, and it's if you're not going for the crazy tank ready strat, then it's really chill. It's quite easy.
Pretty much a victory lap.
Yeah. I mean, as you'll see later on in the level, there's these tanks that if you do an extremely precise homing cancel from, then you'll just launch up and you can do the second half without the skateboard, but it's incredibly hard to do. I've actually never even managed to do it myself.
Yeah, we're just trying to avoid all the ramps because in the air you slow down rather than being on the ground.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the jump deceleration slider doesn't apply to the skateboard.
So final game time is 24:24. And that is time. The final game time of 24:24.
GG's. Wow, I'm gonna be honest, it's the fact that you went through all of those stages in only 24 minutes, while it has taken me some stages individually even more. It is absolutely impressive. I am astounded at how good this run is.
Yeah, I would recommend you just check out some of the higher level runs. That they have way more skips than what I showed here.
Yeah, watching the ILs for this game is really satisfying. It's something that I highly recommend anyone doing.
Alrighty then, thank you so much for this wonderful run. Where can the good people watching this stream find both of you?
I don't stream very often, but if you want to talk to me about the run or anything else for whatever reason, you're free to talk to me on Discord. I'll be in the server, but otherwise my handle is TM0153. I'll talk to any of you if you want to get into Sonic Frontiers. If you want to talk about any other runs that I do, whatever. I'll hand it off to you if there's anything you wanted to say.
I don't really stream or anything either, but if you wanted to find me, I guess you could join the Sonic Frontiers Discord, speedrunning Discord server, as I'm fairly active in there, and I'd love to see new runners in there.
Alrighty then, chat, give it up once more to TM on this incredible Sonic Frontiers run, and thank you so much to the two of you for being here. It was a wonderful run. It's certainly given me a little bit of inspiration to pick up Sonic Frontiers and definitely give this a go. And so,
I encourage you to. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Thanks for bearing with my terrible commentary.
No worries. It was, trust me, the run spoke volumes. It was an incredible run. It was very fun. Some of the speed tech is stuff that I had never seen before, and I absolutely love this game. So don't worry, this run spoke, they say a picture speaks 1,000 words. This run spoke 1,000,000.
Yeah, Sonic Frontiers is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. And the speedrunning community is absolutely incredible. There's so many nice people there.
Alright, look, next up we have Sonic 3 AR, which is a fan game of Sonic 3 Knuckles. I hope you'll stick around for that. But I'm going to hand it off to the host, and we get ready for the next run.
Alrighty then. Well then, once again, thank you to the two of you. And now we have a brief sponsored message. Toho Replay Showcase is a twice-weekly show featuring Toho project replays from players of all skill levels, no matter their experience. Saturday and Sunday. You won't have to wait too long for your run to get shown either. And if you ever need help, the Discord for the show has also evolved over time as a hub for the Touhou gameplay community. Follow the show at twitch.tv/Touhou_replay_showcase and join the community at speedromizer.live/TRS. All right. We are now getting ready for our next run, which is Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. It is going to be a really fun run. If this first run of Sonic Frontiers was any indication, it is going to be a wonderful time. It's been a great Sonic block already. We only got another game in the Sonic block already, but that's not the end of Speedromizer 6 Day 3. But before we get to Sonic 3 AIR, we are going to take a brief break and make sure to stand up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, get some snacks, and we will be back with Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited after this brief break.